Oh my god, Otis, will you stop saying there you go for me, please? Well, good day, YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's video on YouTube. And as you can see, Otis B has straightforward decided to create a stupid stream, which commemorates his stupid birthday. Obviously, I don't know what to really say here, but it seems like that this VTuber has decided to straightforward mask himself as some sort of stupid raccoon wearing a birthday outfit. And I'm straightforward mobbing towards him because basically, if I detect any there he goes or here it goes, I'll just straight out rage without getting too angry at this part of the video. And I gotta straightforward keep it down because who knows, there might be some copyright infringement around here. And if there's any swearing, I'll straightforward jump cut, but I'll straightforward talk as the video progresses. But I'm not gonna straightforward film all of it because hey, I've got a lot of other stuff to cover in later on. And boy, do I have to really straightforward have a very nasty little headache of mine to deal with this stupid dumbass problem I'm having at the moment here. And yes, that's the only swear word I can really accept. But hey, in that case, maybe that's the only answer why I waste so much memory because of this stupid raccoon right there. In fact, he also, guess what, in this stream, he also played an ear-raping noise in one of the videos. I think it was at the streaming soon parts, I can't really remember. I think it was one of those loud, ear-raping sort of noises. And I'm telling you what, yeah, this VTuber here gives me a complete nurney. Don't know why, but I'm just hoping that he doesn't say it out of context. Oh my god, Otis, will you stop saying there you go for me, please? Oh my god. Do you have to really say this again? God damn it. Just straightforward. You know what? Just limit the stream for about 3 hours. That would be much better than just having 4 hours. And I mean, I remember hearing you saying that you're going to be straightforward streaming for 4 hours, and that gave me a complete nightmare. You are responsible for this complete and utter entertainment damage that I'm having at the moment here. And you're also brain rot. Yep, you're complete brain rot.
The fan was goddamn right there.
Yeah, goddamn right here, eh? Yep, you failed because you're playing a really bad game right over in that video of yours. Or should I just say, your effing stream of yours. And I say the word effing because, hey, clearly, that raccoon is straightforward more dumber and much more, let's just say, worse.
Yeah, I got 12. Okay, so I was playing that for 15 minutes.
Of course, as you can definitely tell, yep, he's just straightforward choosing another game. I don't know how many games is he choosing here. Because, who knows? I've got no idea what he's actually going to be playing here.
To other things. Right, so the thing is, I don't think I'm going to have to lean that far back for this, but I'm staying at this distance anyway.
I think what will be the new changes is basically, if his face really appears, if his real face actually appears, what I might probably suggest to do is do some jump cuts as well too. That's also another thing along with his swears. I think the reason why I'm straightforward recording his stupid streams is because I'm detecting any signs that would probably upset the way I seem to make videos on YouTube. And I'll tell you what, maybe, you know, every time when I straightforward watch his streams and record his streams, I'll just straightforward play, I don't know.
Basically the answer to the Wii's nunchuck, except there's a D-pad on it.
I'd rather play Familiar Red Stars.
And also, yes, I did install all of these games beforehand, including some DLC for one game, which, if I land on it, cool. If not, 2015 is the final year. Yeah, there's I do need to buy some DLC for what's it called? Folklore when I can.
And I can hear some seagulls in the background.
I need to put £20 on my PS4. Turn off my PS4.
Of course! Turn off your PS4! Well then, if you're gonna turn off your PS4, how about if you turn off your PS3? That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Security reasons, I guess, but it's just like, it's annoying.
Of course, you'd be annoyed if you're straightforward being recorded, okay? You are straightforward being recorded. Yeah, you're straightforward.
Okay, Does the Sci-Fi Channel still exist? And yes, Sci-Fi Channel publish games. Yes, they published The Blob too. I don't know why.
Strangely enough, I've got no idea what the hell is that?
Bluton. But yeah, they ported both of these to the Switch.
That's the name of a lizard.
Better with a controller.
Or a skink. Okay, what is that? Who knows if I'm recording this? I'm gonna have a stupid copyright strike against what I'm actually watching here. I'm gonna close that. Strangely enough, I don't know why the hell am I recording this stupid dumbass stream, but hey.
I just got a bunch of games that happen to use the move or had move features. There's a version of Resident Evil 5 that uses it as well.
Strangely enough, if I'm recording this long,
Or beyond 2 Deblob games on Twitch.
who knows, there could be signs of, I don't know what to really say.
360 as well, just with normal controls.
I'm
It's
just,
not like you have to play with PlayStation Move, it's just one of the options.
I think the better aspects about having the PlayStation Move is actually having a webcam.
This game is like much louder in my ears. I mean, it's not like uncomfortably so.
Who knows? Am I going to get in trouble of just saying, Otis, will you stop saying there you go for me, please? I mean, that would have been a fairly obvious understanding sort of issue I could really have. Don't know what to really say, but hey, this could potentially persist on
The initial Deblob
as,
was actually a
I don't know.
project or something. Like it was like a free web game. Then it became a full-fledged title. Which, honestly impressive. So, as you're going to see,
I'm pretty
it's
sure.
on the regular Wii as well.
Don't know what to really say, but there you go.
Start. Yeah, awkwardly the start button must be, please press the select button to correct calibration. Yeah, so there I am again. Hello.
Okay, jump cutting.
I think there's like a whole lot of story to this. It's just the blob saving things for me out.
Well, there you go. As he's straight for being out of context, now I'm actually able to speak clearly and viably.
They made stuff with the blob that wasn't a game or something.
Don't know what to really say.
Blob cartoon.
Don't know what kind of blob is he on about.
Don't know.
Strangely enough, that's one thing I haven't really
See,
thought
the
of.
city is grey. You got to colour it.
And I seemingly think to myself, why the hell am I actually recording these videos?
Yeah, no,
Well,
this is not the first stage. This is the second.
basically, don't know what to really
God.
say.
Did that man just abandon his family?
I would say the red girl was definitely
One
me.
with Simpson beards, I just noticed.
I'd probably say the blue guy's Otis. That's one thing I was actually thinking about.
I know there's cat. Okay,
Pop
so,
Cat.
wait. Okay, so basically this is just the section of town where everyone's an asshole to each other.
Okay, I had to jump cut here because there was actually swearing going around here.
Again, it could just be anywhere in London. I mean, I've been through there. That's the closest equivalent.
That's definitely how society feels these days. Especially on the internet. That's what I'm probably guessing.
So I can't fully remember how this game controls, but I'm sure I can adjust to it.
I mean, that's the part I could really adjust into something a little bit stupid. But who knows, maybe I can just straightforward, you know,
Okay,
give Otis the boot. And stop being out of context, please!
let's see. So X, Prisma City, check out the pollution. There's an election tomorrow. I hope they could look to clean this place up.
Okay, how about cleaning up your own mind by just straightforward clearing up your old streams on your Twitch account? How about that?
It is pretty cool that, yeah, it's essentially just one-to-one the Wii game, but higher def.
And I can see Baldy.
Not that there's, I think...
What's
you probably
that?
had the same experience playing the regular Wii version of the sequel.
Oh my god, Otis, why the hell would you do this?
I'm actually stunned. I'm not familiar with these games, but it looks promising, yeah. Again, I think... Oh, I have to press start. Okay, good.
Otis, you douchebag. Why the hell did you
I've
do
got,
that?
like, rubber cases on these things, because they...
This
the
abomination. Kill it with fire. Please. Just burn it.
I've had a bunch of move accessories for a while.
You know what?
So, can I
Just
start playing? Yes.
kill it. Oh my god! Otis! Why do you have to say there you go? Please stop saying that infamous quote of yours. Stop saying that infamous quote for me, please. We will have to straightforward block you on Twitch. And in that case, I'm just saying it realistically here because clearly You're just saying it persistently. And to remark compensation, we might as well impose a ban on Twitch, hopefully in the future, so that you don't have to play any more games like that anymore now. And the fact that you've been out of context gives me a good chance. Yes, you have been out of context, because I just saw your static pose, like that face. See? The face where he actually got his mouth closed, and then when he speaks, there you go. That's when it starts to happen. And of course there's one person here who told me, and thank goodness I did jump cut this section here, because I was initially going to think he's going to swear at this point here, but thank goodness. That's the best part I've done so far. Luckily enough, I've actually shot this very much sooner, way before. In fact, there was a few games that I've actually missed. But I mean, that's okay, because clearly I just don't want to straightforward think about doing these types of videos anymore again. If I see another one of these videos from like next week or stuff, you know what, I might as well just do it for the sake of my own content farming. And who knows, maybe I can just get away from that, or else YouTube could just straightforward beat the crap out of me, if you know what I mean. And obviously, Otis was not being out of context, he was straightforward speaking quite long. That's all I can really tell here. Otis! Stop being out of context! Please! Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, that's good, because the only thing you know of is being out of context. Yes! Your birthday party is also out of context. I can definitely tell. Yeah, straightforward, you've been out of context. That's the only thing I can really say here. I think the only thing you're really good at in this birthday party while playing the PlayStation Move is being out of context. I was just saying it normal, okay? Because why the hell would I just straightforward get really mad and get peeved off on just straightforward getting enraged over a specific stream, or a specific streamer? You know, that's fantastic. You know what? That's straightforward, very much cheesy. Actually, I need to have the eyes on the raccoon right here, of course. I think the other thing is that, I don't know, it really depends on Otis's volume on the voice here. I'm just straightforward thinking, like, who knows, if the volume does straightforward pick up a little bit on Otis's streams, who knows, I might turn it down just in case if there's any copyright issues or swearing. And I think these are like the two things that sort of demonetize on YouTube. That's the problem. And strangely enough, I also did jump cut just after when Otis B was straightforward doing... me neither. I think the other thing was that when I actually raided towards Otis B's streams, was that basically I wasn't straightforward, like, how would I even say it? I think in his previous streams, his real face is straightforward seen, but this time I'm not actually going to straightforward show him his real face, because obviously I would get into some serious trouble right here, if I would have imagined. But basically, who knows? I don't know what to really say here, but who knows, when these videos get uploaded, I don't know how demonetized they're going to be like, because who knows, maybe I'll just see it as something else. Maybe it's probably even worse than those Italian brain rot videos I often tend to see on YouTube. That's my only guess here. Without seeing Otis being out of context, who knows about that? And strange enough, how long has he been streaming for? 1 hour and 42 minutes. Yeah, you know what? You might as well just straightforward give it a very short time before you straightforward drain your energy for sleeping. Remember, you've got work tomorrow, and in that case, don't do any more streaming. That's the only thing I can really say here. Who knows? Maybe you could probably start, you know, you might as well start doing something else other than Twitch. I mean, who knows? Maybe the best thing is that I would probably be very pessimistic and probably think, oh, do you think Twitch is actually going to die off? I'd probably guess so. Who knows? Maybe superseded by TikTok. And that's the sort of site he might probably use. I don't know what I could probably think of, but who knows? Maybe Twitch is not going to be that viable for, and yes, likely enough, strange enough, I don't want to straightforward constantly yell, but I'm actually going to straightforward be very calm and keep the adrenaline level to a minimum, I would say. And actually, strangely enough, I wasn't really harassing him for no other good reason or whatever bad reason it was. I wasn't really harassing him. I was straightforward like, Otis, please, can you please stop being out of context? I'd rather straightforward not have it out of context. That would be much better if that's alright for me. Yep, they're dying! Yep, your lemmings are dead! Yeah, the gameplay I'm seeing here is lemmings, and I'm just straightforward very aware about the fact that, who knows, while playing this game here, I'm just straightforward very aware of copyright infringement. Fail! Yes! It sounds like the fail wheel from Leokin Video, but then this time I'm just straightforward being another nutcase right here. I wonder what game is he choosing next. I feel like, I don't know how many games is he actually going to be playing. Well, I don't know how many, but I just feel like that's crazy because I don't know how many games he'll potentially play. And I think that's basically the, how do you call it, like a Wheel of Fortune type thing. I'm not really good on thinking about that. Oh, man, I need to straightforward get up a little bit. And strange enough, I'm usually the sort of person who's, well, I'm not really against gaming, but featuring gaming on my YouTube channel is straightforward like, I don't know what to really say. It's all to do with copyright, and I'm actually straightforward very tired. Oh, man. You know, if I'm tired, well, Otis needs to get some sleep as well. That's the other thing I also really recommend. Not to do streams in the middle of the night. Or should I just say, not to make streams during evening. That would have been so much better, even though we're in summer. That's the only aspect about it. Who knows? Otis! Stop being out of context! Please! Please, Otis, we want you to be out, well actually, in of context, not out of context. Just straightforward keep speaking as much as you want. Oh, of course, yes, luckily enough, there's no swearing. And it's part of the, Oh, man. So, at least there's no swearing right here. Thank goodness, there's there's none of that, of course. And actually, when I actually raided through Otis Beer's account right over here, I've actually noticed that, I don't know what to really say here, but
I think the sword fighting was genuinely pretty good.
don't know what to really say.
I actually might have to stand up for this one. So, come on, office chair, move over.
Yep. How about if you try and throw away your office chairs like you've often seen in those rubbish piles videos on YouTube? Maybe, who knows? Maybe that's the craziest thing I could probably think of. You know, I would rather see, yes, Otis Beer's face. That would have been so much better. And look at that. It's like a knockoff Wii, but it's the PlayStation Move. That's better, isn't it? Otis! Stop saying there you go! Please! We are trying to encourage you not to be out of context, and you seem to be disobedient. Why the hell would you do that? Without sounding too mad, of course. I'm just straightforward encouraging him, not... And what's very weird is that there's a whole bunch of community guidelines within the whole supplemental terms of service that the PlayStation Move console has to offer. Actually, it's the PlayStation 3. That's weird. Who does Sports Champions? Sports Champions. That's a little bit like Wii Sports, but it's like a knockoff, isn't it? Oh, man. I'm just straightforward featuring this goddamn VTuber. I think this VTuber needs to kill himself to death. And actually, let me just have a bit of a sneak peek of what was actually going on YouTube. If I go ahead and type on, let me go ahead and close the other tabs, because I want to be very fair. Let me just type in the Melamario 720 account here, and look what's happening right here. Basically, from what I can work out, there's actually about 2 of the identical, and what's happening is, that's basically the early birthday stream, that's basically to do with Otis Beer. And look what is that, okay, of course yes, there's no other comments, but what I'm going to reply is something very, very weird. And let me just go ahead and jump cut for this moment here. Okay, I've just straightforward covered up my comment here, because I do know that there's a lot of swearing right here, and who knows, I mean, the word dumbasses are right, but who knows? Maybe I might as well just straightforward think about that. Yes, this coon is going to die into hell after this stream. Of course, that's what I'm trying to say here. Strangely enough, who knows? I don't know. It seems to be like a seesaw of following and unfollowing, of course. And yes, strangely enough, what was very stupid about this guy is that, let me do a rant here. Okay, I'm really sick and tired of this guy, straightforward, when I was commenting some very strange stuff onto his community tab, I was straightforward saying stuff like this. And then, all of a sudden, that post just got deleted, and then got re-uploaded later on in today. I mean, why does Otis Beer have to keep on doing it? It just does not make any sense. Oh man, I'm sorry if I have to sound so all loopy and ranty here. I don't know why does he have to really delete and re-upload the same flippin' post, community thingy. Okay. Okay, Otis, please, we want you to be in of context and not out of context. That means more words, more speaking, and less playing. That's what I really want to see. Okay? More speaking and less playing. Who knows? That's much better than you. Yes! That's what we all want. Get this artery of frustration within ya. Who knows? That's like Fruit Ninja, but hey, I need a jump cut for this one here. Okay, Otis, will you stop being out of context, please? I am straightforward, like, nearly approaching towards boiling point, towards lividness. Okay, since you're straightforward in that pose, and the next thing you're gonna open your mouth, you're gonna freak me out. You're gonna freak me out. There you go! Did you just see that? He just opened his mouth. His own bloody mouth. Now guess what? Apart from actually for the fact that he's going to be living in the UK, you know what I'd probably do? Request him to... Otis! Oh my god. Can you please stop being out of context? Please. Please. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, the thing is, I know I'm showing these out of context, but it just...
Yeah, that's right. Haha, you said out of context. Haha. Yeah, you're damn right you are. These cutscenes are out of context, and so are you. You are literally the out of context jerk face. Yes, you are the out of context jerk face that you are. Haha. Yes, you are out of context. Out of context. Out of context. Yes. You goddamn birthday raccoon boy, you're going down. Yes, you were straightforward. Yes. Thank goodness.
really bad for their voice actor.
Of course. Well, guess what? Yes, I'm actually so glad to know that he's just went out of context. And I think that's a very good thing to know. That, strangely enough, he went out of context. You know what I'd probably say? You know what, dude? I'd probably request Otis Beard to move to goddamn bloody Indonesia. That'd be a great way to start his YouTube channel right there as well. How about that? Move to bloody Indonesia and see how the context is going to be like down there in Indonesia and see how that helps.
It's a disc-throwing game.
Who knows about that? Maybe the Indonesians might actually love that type of content. I'm pretty sure about that. Yes. I'm pretty sure about that at all. Who knows? Am I just saying like some weird politician or something? I don't know. Maybe I'm sounding like a goddamn politician because, hey, maybe I'm the one who's governing across this stupid this complete bloodbath of a live stream. And I'm just turned away from camera. And as you can see, the VTuber is straightforward, strutting and actually stuttering. It's a bit weird, isn't it? It's a bit creepy when you see that, actually. Haha! Your character just died, yeah! Your Batarang just died, yes! Yes, keep going down. Oh, rampant destruction. Oh, that's straightforward, not fair, actually.
I've never had a font that looks disgusting to read.
Yeah, I think that's a great way. It's like living in the middle of a... Who knows?
It's not even the right sound effect from the Ratchet games.
Yeah, you know what? When you play Ratchet and Clank, guess what? Your obsession with that is going to be very much lasting for a very short time, I'm telling you, because the future is going to be very short-lived. In fact, yes, that being said, you being out of context, accept the fact that you're being out of context. Yes, accept it. Admit that you've been out of context. Yes, you're out of context, Otis. What did I tell you? You are out of context. Keep being out of context. And yes, be the out of context guy. Like never ever before, without even running along the way here. Who knows, without disturbing the neighborhood? I don't know. That's more like it. Yes, I'm so glad that you said out of context. And now you're being out of context. That's the happiest thing I've came into my mind. Strange enough, I don't know why, but I'm a little bit disappointed that you have straightforward deleted and reposted the same goddamn post that you did to me. Okay? And speaking about can't getting it over with, obviously I can't get over with this bloody VTuber stream of yours. Who knows, I might as well just have to straightforward block you on the site. Well, I have blocked you on the site many times, Otis, and the thing is, all these little things didn't work. And he just swore. Otis, you are literally out of context. Stop saying there you go for me, please, without even disturbing the neighborhood. And I'll try to limit the number of anger issues I'm straightforward having with this stupid streamer of him, because, hey, that streamer needs to go ahead and do something else. And, hey, yeah, I did straightforward, I think to tell you a story back then, I did actually straightforward cover this sort of series back in May. I don't think I'm going to straightforward do it that much, because, you know why? I think I've actually reached my peak performance of my YouTube videos. Oh, my YouTube channel during 2025, of course, that being June, which is amazing because I've actually uploaded the most videos so far. I don't know how many videos I'll be uploading during 2025. I was expecting like some sort of slim down sort of thing, like some sort of weird roller coaster upsy down sort of thing. Like, who knows? I'm just sort of thinking about declining the amount of content. Well, I'm actually not, because I've actually got so much more content to be straightforward uploaded. And it's a bit ridiculous, actually. You might think I'm actually straightforward decreasing. Well, in reality is I'm actually going up. I seem to upload wontons, in fact, way too much content, but the majority of my videos, they don't seem to have names. Well, maybe, who knows, I might as well just add names on my YouTube videos, or else they'll just straightforward get lost. I'm just straightforward being silent here because I'm trying to detect if there's any swearing on YouTube, and I think... Yeah! Keep on straightforward losing that confidence of yours. Ha! Go ahead and frustrate yourself, but please don't rape our ears. Please don't rape my ears. Yes, or even don't rape the audience's ears. That would be amazing.
Wait, there's one up there. It's the other one, the other side of the
As crazy as it sounds. Yeah. Ha ha! You just died. Yeah, you've basically just died. You're... Ha! Yeah, you've basically just got your batarang died. Yep, your frisbee... Yep, you're literally dying. Yeah, yep, that is Dark Daxter. And who's Dark Daxter, you mean? It's this guy here. It's the stupid dumbass Bakun that is also known as Dark Daxter. Who knows? I might as well carry it on towards the next bloody week. Go, Daxter, go. Go ahead and poop on his stupid little wiener. Yes, your raccoon has got a tail that looks like a flippin' wiener. Okay, you swore. Time to jump cut. Most importantly, whenever I put up a lot of these types of videos on YouTube, of course he does, but then I think the other thing is that whenever I speak up so much on those videos on YouTube, I'm trying to contend with the audio. Maybe if I just turn the volume a little bit down so that we can't hear it that much. And I think that's a very good thing to really know about, keeping it down. And in that case, hey, that's a very good thing. And the way I'm doing this is I'm trying to straightforward mute a lot of the audio in this. I don't know how much audio I can really say here. Bit crazy, isn't it? I'm trying to straightforward weasel out all of the audio. Sorry for the pun. For the fact that I'm trying to straightforward get rid of all of that stupid commentary that has a lot of profanity on it. And of course, when it comes to the profanity, that causes my videos to be demonetized. And of course, when Otis B uploads his videos onto YouTube, and the fact that when he swears, there's a lot of demonetization going on here. And of course, for the fact that this raccoon here has got a tail that looks like a stupid wiener that can be used for going to the toilet. Maybe his wiener is filled with poop. That's my only thing. Maybe his tail is made out of poop. Maybe I'm just saying it just for the rest of my own lamentations of being, I don't know, straight for the complete, well, I don't know what to really say. Jailbreak? That's like a Roblox game out of nowhere, isn't it? Who knows of how ugly it is? It looks very good to me. It's a very good design. And you know who's even more worse? You know who's even more worse? This guy right here. He is very badly rendered. We might as well just scrap the crap out of him up. And guess what? He's even got a drawing that looks like that. It looks like a flippin' 3D model. And who knows? Let's destroy this goddamn 3D model. Maybe it's made out of Blender. Maybe it could be something else. And look at Baldi. Go ahead and spank on his booty. Hey, Baldi, come along and spank on this stupid raccoon's bum. Yes, go for it, Baldi. Spank on the raccoon. You know what to do. Spank on this guy right here. That would be a brilliant idea, if you know what I mean. And what is this? That looks like a ball. That looks like a whole bunch of poop being converted into something else. Who knows about that? That looks like a ball that can just jump. Who knows, it's powered by some weird lunatic. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say here. Is he being out of context? I don't know how am I actually going to straightforward. Who knows? Strange enough, there's been a lot of... Otis! Stop being out of context! Please! Yes. Yeah, when you pressed it, you might as well just straightforward play Familiar Red by Stars. Or sorry, Stars by Familiar Red. That's the tune I'll be playing tonight, just to sedate my own brain. That's the glass sound effect. Very interesting. Yep, my god to you is Satan. In fact, basically, Otis Beer's god is definitely Satan. In fact, Satan is his god. In fact, the raccoon is also Satan as well. Would you ever believe that? His birthday present, and look, he's not even holding a video game console. He's basically holding a bloody Christmas present. Maybe it could be a birthday present or something. And look at that. That birthday present looks more like, you know, some sort of weird controller that I've got no clue where it is. But I bet you what, inside of this present will be a knife. I'm pretty sure it's a knife that will probably attack and slice that goddamn raccoon to death. I'm sure about that. Maybe it could be an explosive. Maybe even, who knows? Maybe the news could straightforward doctrinate him and teach him to spank in the butt. Just like Baldi. Who knows? Maybe Otis is going to have some sort of coal piece. Like he does every time when he celebrates Christmas. There's going to be a coal piece. In that case, that'd be fantastic. That'd be very weird if you ask me. Strangely enough, I don't know what to really say, but I feel like, you know, yep. As crazy as this sounds, I'm gonna straightforward start to think of something a little bit weird. Lots of rampant destruction right here. Yep. Strangely enough, to play the worst games, we'll straightforward make. Yeah! Ha! Your ball just keeps on rolling off. Like, who knows? That's the only thing I could really say about... Well, at least it wasn't out of context. But you did say you were out of context, and so were the bloody cutscenes. You were just out of context like those bloody cutscenes because you were concentrating on playing the game. That's the only thing I could say here. In fact, that makes me so much more... Who knows? I don't know what to really say about this, but... Ha! You have a timeout, and the only timeout is that you're gonna be grounded. Even though you've got a gold medal, you are gonna be grounded, because guess what? who knows? Let's see. I'm quite curious how long has he been playing with. It's only been about 2 hours and 30 minutes now. I'm just sort of expecting to have 3 hours of gameplay because obviously 3 hours would be an amazing duration for him. But if it goes up to about 4 hours, well then guess what? I'm going to straightforward make a video like this and then put them onto my YouTube channel and say, hey, do I actually upload videos twice whenever it comes into these types of videos? Don't know what to really say, but I'll probably say most likely a yes. Because probably he will straightforward persist on until maybe midnight or maybe around 11 o'clock. That's what I'm guessing here. Otis! Stop saying there you go! Please! Please stop saying there you go! Because you're literally the out of context guy. Accept the fact that you're an out of context guy. Like, literally. He is being out of context, like everyone. This guy here is still an out of context douchebag, like he always is. Why the hell do I feel like I have to do the most painful job? It's to straightforward harass this little raccoon right here. And I don't know why some people on my YouTube channel, or some people on the videos, and actually, here's one of the worst aspects. If I go back to his YouTube channel, if I go ahead and, I wouldn't click onto Otis Beer's streams, I might as well turn off this. Because I do know that we're dealing with an advertisement here. If I go up towards Otis Beer's streams, what I've actually noticed is that if I go back to the last stream that was uploaded at that time, so what I've noticed was that there was the Otis Beer Streams Wheel of Shovelware Wii Edition stream, and one thing I've noticed is that both of these were straightforward uploaded from last week. And if I turn the sound off, you can start to see what was going on here. And there you go, that's the only comment that I've been writing so far. And another thing is, if I go up towards here, let's just say, okay, so yes, that was the stream that I straightforward rated, and there you go. These are one of the most dangerous comments I've put up, and clearly this is basically me being the hunter. I'm literally the hunting guy killing this goddamn raccoon, and basically I am about to kill off his streams on Twitch. Because, maybe that's the greatest power I could really think of. That's the greatest thing I can do. Who knows? Since I'm about to have more subscribers than this YouTube channel here, and even though I've actually got less subscribers than the main YouTube channel, which is Melamario 720, amazingly, look how many videos he's actually been making over the last, well, let's just say, years or so. Well, he's been doing it since 2007, but then 2009 is when he straightforward re-released his YouTube channel. And I'll tell you what, guess what? He has got less videos than me. How funny is that? Even though he's got more subscribers, and I have less subscribers, I have more videos than him. How funny is that? But hey, how would I even know? And I think that sort of proves to me why YouTube is now becoming a dead site walking. There's none of that relevance going on here. Maybe that's the aspect of what I'm seeing here. Maybe that's the real aspect of what I'm doing right here at the moment. And strangely enough, I'm gonna... Yep, that's Otis Beer. And there's his goddamn face. Maybe we can definitely give this face a good remake. And who knows, maybe I can change the looks of him. I hope Otis is not being out of context. Did I actually saw his sprite moving, of course? Did I just see it? Like... Okay, at least... Don't know how much out of context stuff... And strange enough, as I've just straightforward been sitting there doing this awful reaction to the stream here, and basically a lot of these reactions are very much negative based. There's nothing positive beyond those streams. Maybe I'm just straightforward only focusing on this guy here. And the best part is that while making these videos, well, guess what? Since it's already 2023, actually 2025, and the best part is YouTube got rid of the dislikes counter in 2022 and 2023, maybe 2021, I can't really tell. Since YouTube got rid of the dislikes counter, that's the best thing I've had so far. I mean, who knows? Maybe the dislike counter is the best thing I've had so far for a long period of time. And I mean, it's only been about 2 to 3 years when YouTube decided to delete the dislike account, that's actually prohibiting the fact that those videos are going to be disliked. Now that's a very good thing YouTube has done, in my opinion. I mean, that's the best part is that who knows, when people are going to be looking around on my YouTube channel, that's the best thing that's going to come into my mind. You know, when people are about to watch my YouTube channel, they might as well press like, and then the number appears. But when people press dislike, nothing is counted, which is the best thing why I'm making those goddamn streams. And strange enough, the first time that this avatar actually appeared in was in 2023. And what's even more funny is that this avatar also appeared just after a year when YouTube introduced no dislike counters. And that's a very good thing, because if this avatar was created back in 2022 or 2021, I would straightforward be booted away. I would straightforward get the boot. You know what I mean? Like, literally, like, if I made a video, and if I actually made a video which involved a stream that contains this VTuber avatar being created in 2021 or 2022, with the dislikes counter being straightforward active, well then I'll have to straightforward keep on deleting those stupid streams. You know? Who knows? Maybe what's even more worse is copyright infringement rather than dislikes. But maybe you have your own say here. Maybe, who knows, of what I can really say here. While earning the gold medal is straightforward being out of context. That's the only thing that stems away from being, you know, this stupid goddamn streamer that he does now. And strangely enough, he's wearing a birthday boy sort of t-shirt. Yes, it's Otis the birthday boy, as you can see on his t-shirt right there. Now, as you can see, this furry really needs to kill himself to death. And as you can see, that's very much important to say so. What would be very much more important is that when his VTuber is still here, I'd probably imagine him going to death. That'd be somehow fantastic to know. Whew, man, I don't know how much I could really say here, but that's somehow a bit weird. I'm probably guessing if this is going to be like the very last of what I'm seeing here with Otis playing his games, that will be fantastic. And strange enough, what has also been very weird is that I haven't been focusing on other stuff. I've actually been focusing on other stuff along the way here, just because I don't want to think too much about it, but then I just did. Speaking of explaining, it's almost too hard to just explain why the hell am I doing those weird videos on YouTube? And why the hell am I doing these videos on YouTube, you may ask? It's probably because I'm just straightforward. Well, I'm not harassing, it's just that people think I'm harassing, but that's actually not it. I'm just straightforward counter-attacking this guy from doing those stupid, dumbass streams. I want them away, really, you know. I'll be straightforward a very happy camper if his stuff is going to be straightforward out of the site on YouTube and Twitch. Basically get rid of his account, and that's final. That will be the end of his streams. Yes, I would actually be rather happy if he, you know what I mean. If Otis straightforward stops doing streams, I'll be straightforward very happy. You know, no more of that stuff. You know, in the future, you know, maybe this could be the thing during the 2020s. I'm sort of thinking maybe, you know, years time this stuff won't be there, because I'll tell you what, maybe Twitch would die off. YouTube will be dead as well too, which will be very sad, but then at the same time, I'll be very happy that Twitch is dead, just because, you know, I mean, it's my generation. I think, even though this guy's a freaking millennial, I'm a Gen Z person, and I think that's what's most likely designed for this type of system. It's mainly for Gen Zs and millennials. Otis, stop being out of context! And actually, you did say the word out of context, and thank goodness. And there's music playing in the background. I might have to straightforward speak up over this. I think it's the car radio. I don't want to get a stupid DMCA copyright strike on YouTube. And same with what I'm seeing here is gameplay. I think on previous videos like this, there were instances of where I was just showing you some gameplay and stuff. And I think the best thing what I'm doing now is that to not actually straightforward think about, you know, I think to straightforward record on those streams makes it a very good idea to straightforward, you know, for me, that's a very good thing to straightforward counterattack these streams, because, You know the one most common reason why am I doing those videos so much on YouTube? It's because, if you want to see why, he blocks me! He just banned me from the 26th of May! I mean, please, unban me, you stupid mummy flipping raccoon. Please unban me, or else I'm gonna ban you too as well. That's a very good thing, because if I get banned, that would be upsetting. And if you got banned, that would also be upsetting too. Now please, re-release me onto Twitch, or else I will straightforward report to you even more. In fact, there are several reports, but I don't know if they straightforward worked on the guy here. I don't know what to really say. Don't know, but yeah, that's the timer. Don't know what to really say, but I just heard the timer beeping and stuff. Don't know what to really say, but hey, those are the fill in 3 hours. And actually, let me just take a look at all of his previous streams. Thank goodness there's no swearing on the cards here. Let me just go up towards here. And of course, I'm going to go up towards the main, turn off the advertisement because I don't want to have a copyright strike. 105 followers on Twitch. I don't have any more followers on Twitch, as strange as it sounds, but I have more followers or more subscribers on YouTube, which is actually fantastic to know. But I'm just going to somehow scroll of what's going on around here. It says 3 hours, the PlayStation Move Party, but in reality it says 2 hours and 41 minutes, so that's actually classified as 2 hours. Anyways, let me just straightforward have a look at some of those other previous streams. Some were straightforward running for about, like, these two shouldn't be running for 4 hours. Honestly, that is not right. To me, I'd rather keep them for about 3 hours instead of instead of actually like 4 hours. That would be much nicer. If Otis could only stream for about 3 hours, that would be a much better, and like even more so, 2 hours. That's much better. Like, do 2 hours, or even in this case, stick to just 1 hour, and that will be final. That will be much better, you know. And look, that's one of Otis Beer's old streams. And I mean, I'm just straightforward scrolling down, and look, there's one of his older streams on Twitch, and strangely enough, guess what? It runs for about 6 minutes and 37 seconds. And what's even more funny is that he's not even recording his voice. Well, that's actually, strangely enough, fairly nice to know. And I'm just straightforward, you know, basically looking at some of the weird stuff. I'm just straightforward somehow, like, going through all of the previous streams that he's done so far. He's actually done more streams than I have, but what I've noticed is that he has deleted some of the other streams that previously featured me because I was behaving very badly. Now, to me, that overall just does not make any sense. Oh well, that's just what I am, really. I'm just somehow the stupid guy that just wants to keep on, you know, I'm just detecting if there's any swearing. Luckily enough, I did turn down the volume so that I did turn down the volume so that he doesn't seem to swear. Now that's the best part of what I'm doing here. And of course, yes, as you may have realised, is that all of his, well, most if not all of his streams, they're pretty much age-rated. That's the other thing about that. Otis! Stop being out of context! Please! Please stop being out of context! You're literally, I just saw the mouth opening up and... There you go. Oh wait, I did say there you go. Well, might as well just collect the opposite of health. That would be even more funny. Otis, stop being saying out of context, please! Please, Otis, stop it! Please! Oh my god. Why the hell do you have to say, there you go? Please! No way! My god, Otis, you are such a douchebag. And look, you've just won a gold medal. Well, guess what? Hey, Baldy, come along and spank on this dude. He just said, there you go. Punish him! Punish him to the death! He's so persistent. He's too invisible. He's just too flippin' invincible. Like, literally. Am I gonna... Oh, stop saying there you go! God damn it, Baldy! Come along and punish this guy. I'm starting to straightforward turn red here. Oh my god. Why do I have to straightforward yell at you? You stupid douchebag raccoon. You have to be kicked out. Of course, you might as well kick out from the stream. I mean, the other thing is guess what? Well, you know what? You do have to straightforward stop playing video games because not only they're very bad for you, but they're very unhealthy. I mean, yeah, and that's the reason why you're being very unhealthy. You're just playing video games for the sake of your own fun, not realizing you're going to gain weight. Okay? That's the other thing I've just realized. You're going to gain weight while playing video games, and they're always going to be very bad for your health. And that's why don't do, any streams. Or even in this case, don't do 2 streams. Or don't do 1 stream. Maybe that would be fantastic if I did 1 or 2 streams. At least he didn't swear. I am going to straight forward. I don't know what to really say, but of course there's the footage is straightforward very relatively long. Don't know how very long, but I have to straightforward in the way I'm actually capturing those stupid out of context moments with this bloody ass raccoon, I'm gonna straightforward think about, I've actually got a lot of other files that I have to compose with. And that's the sort of stuff I really, have to think about how much memory am I just gonna be implementing at that part too. That's just Otis, stop being out of context! Oh my god, took me a while to realise, but he was, again, you're just being out of context. Like, literally, you said the word out of context, and you're being out of context as well too. Please. Yes, Jack, go ahead and, whip on his bum. Yes, Jack, go ahead and whip on his bum. Yeah. You know what I'm thinking of? I might as well just think about, Otis Beard getting spanked by Jack with the whip, or even getting spanked by Baldy. That would teach him a lesson, like those stupid tiger parrots from Asia. That'd be fantastic. Whacking his booty. That'd be fantastic. Give him a complete spank. Strange enough, what I've noticed is that the sound has just straightforward turn off and on. That's a bit weird. Yeah, the microphone has gone a bit weird. Strange enough, I don't know what to really say. Don't know if it's basically, I think usually when Otis Beard streams, when he ends doing streams and stuff like that, and he's actually going again, and that's the sign whenever he's, I think that's the sign of when he's actually being very persistent. You start too, so I wonder what that game is going to be like. I don't know if, I don't know if there's going to be like a part 2. I just hope there isn't going to be another one of those stupid streams. Like, clearly, that's what I'm thinking of. And I think the persistent nature of those streams is that because they're so long, and the fact that they take about over, 3 to 4 hours to basically finish, that just straightforward creeps me out, okay? It's obviously a nightmare. Okay, let's take a look. 2 hours and 49 minutes. And I'm just sort of hoping, is this going to be the last game or not? Like, literally, I always seem to doubt on the fact that whenever I see him playing all of these games, and the fact that he says, there you go, that seems to peeve me off. That seems to enrage me, okay? That really, riles me. Okay? Like, literally, that doesn't really make any good sense at all. Right. Well, at least there's about 10 minutes left on this. Although, I'll probably say, to get 3 hours, you can also have 3 hours and 15 minutes, like these ones there. I'm just hoping that these ones, I'm just hoping that the stream here, right now, does not last as the same as the other ones there. I'm just hoping it's not 4 hours. I'm hoping it's going to be only just 3 hours, or even less than 4 hours. I'm just hoping for that, to have this sort of deadline like that. Because what I'm really concerned is Otis Beer's health. Like, one, while playing video games for basically 3 to 4 hours, that's not very good for his health. Like, literally, he needs to stop playing video games. That's the only thing that really straightforward concerns me, and I think really that really seems to concern me, okay? And basically, playing video games created the obesity crisis for the entire world. I mean, what good news would you ever straightforward say about, creating streams on Twitch? Like, really? I mean, this sends me a little bit, loony in a sense. But I'm just straightforward, a little bit cheesed off in the way how society is like. And actually, if I have a look at Otis Beer's stream, the very first one that was uploaded, when was this? 8 years ago. So I'd obviously say 2017. So that was actually the time when he didn't do any, like when I watched this, or in this case, when I've actually straightforward seen this type of video on YouTube, well, when I've seen that, I mean, that's very short, but at the same time, oh, there's Otis Beer's face. That's a bit weird. I might have to straightforward jump cut this stupid dumbass. Well, I'm sorry to say this, but after about, well, as I would hate to say this, but it's been like over an hour straightforward a breakaway from looking at the stream, and guess what? Unfortunately, my stream dreams have unfortunately, or should I just say, let's just say, I don't know what to really say, but let me just say this clearly once and for all, that the stream overall unfortunately decided to turn me up, and it's actually going up towards the 4 hour mark, and it's actually coming up towards midnight, as you can see. As unfortunate as this sounds, I honestly thought it was going to be at least 3 hours. Well, unfortunately, it's actually going up towards 4 hours. 3 hours at first, but then 4 hours is favoured. Now, I don't know why, but what I witnessed was that Otis Beer has actually felt like that something was hurting him. I think his arm was hurting at that time, and there you go, 4 hours straight forward, as you can see. And I'm actually done with Otis saying, there you go. Next time, don't say, there you go, for me, please. That is it, and I think that is straightforward about it. And as you can see, we're coming up towards midnight. That is straightforward very much about it. And there you go. Friday, the 27th of June. There you go. Well, I wouldn't say later, because definitely not later. Well, let's just say, it's more like a crappy birthday stream. God damn it, Otis. Sorry for that rant. Well, that's it. That's all I can really say. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Of course, I was going to say, please give this video a very good like, but dislikes, you can do that as well for me. If you really enjoyed or haven't enjoyed this video, I certainly didn't. And bye for now.